So in the last lecture, we have studied Gribach normal form. Let's revise what exactly is Gribach normal form. A Gribach normal form accepts two type of production rule. One is this, A leading to A alpha. It means the leftmost symbol of the production should be strictly a terminal symbol, and except this leftmost symbol, all remaining symbols should be non-terminal symbol. So this is one of the valid production rule of GNF. Or another production rule which is common in CNF and GNF is single non-terminal leading to a single terminal symbol. So here capital A leading to D, that is a valid. Here it should be, yeah, capital A leading to A, B, C, D. This is not valid in GNF because leftmost symbol is not a terminal symbol. We always require leftmost symbol as a terminal symbol. So similarly, this is also not valid. So all these things we have studied in the last lecture. Also, we have studied in the last lecture what is left recursion. If same non-terminal appears on the leftmost side of the production, then we are calling it as left recursive production. And in GNF, we don't require left recursion. We always need to remove that left recursion whenever we are converting given CFG to GNF. So we have seen some rules how to convert this left recursion to right recursion form. All these things we have studied in the last lecture. Then we have studied also the rules for GNF conversion. The first very basic rule which is common in CNF as well as GNF is grammar simplification. And after that, again, this another step or the second step is little bit common. Here we are converting all terminal symbols into a non-terminal symbol except this leftmost symbol. We are keeping this leftmost symbol as it is. Either it may be a terminal or it may be a non-terminal. We are keeping it as it is. If it was a CNF, then we may have converted this leftmost symbol also in the non-terminal. But in GNF, we are keeping that leftmost symbol as it is. Then there was a third step. In the third step, what we were doing, we were renaming all existing variables starting from the starting symbol S. And we are using the subscripted variables A1, A2, A3. In this way, we are replacing all variables in the order of their occurrences. So if X variable is repeated twice, then we will be using only one subscripted variable here, A2, for replacing X. Once this process, that is the third step, is over, then what we are doing, then we are checking one by one each production rule that whether this AI is less than equals to AJ. So when we talk about J, it means we are considering only the leftmost symbol AJ. So we are comparing whether AI is less than equals to AJ or not. If it is, then it's fine. If it is not, then we have to replace this particular non-terminal, leftmost non-terminal, with its corresponding production rule, like the way which we have done in this example. So again, we are doing this step several times until and unless this condition get satisfied. That is, repeat step 4 several times. If it is a terminal symbol, then we don't need to worry. But if it is non-terminal, then we have to repeat it again and again until and unless this I becomes less than equals to J. After that, we were applying step number 6, that is removal of left recursion. We will convert that left recursive production rule into right recursive production rule by introducing some more new production rule and some more or one more new non-terminal, which we are calling as non-terminal B. Then again, now here in this particular example, when we are using new non-terminal B for removing left recursion, then we will assign some subscript to that B also. If here it is A1, if it is here A1, then we will assign subscript B1. If it is A2, then we will assign B2. If it is A5, then we will assign B5. It may happen that there may not exist B1, B2, but there exists B5. So that will be clear later on. After that, what we are doing, once all these steps are finished, then we are taking one by one each production rule, and we are checking whether the leftmost symbol of production is terminal or not. Here it is terminal, no problem. Here it is terminal, no problem. But here it is non-terminal. A5 is non-terminal. So what we will do, we will replace this A5 with the productions of A5. If A5 is consisting of 3 production rule, or here it is 2 production rules, then we will replace A5 with both these productions and will add corresponding production rule, the way which we have done here. Same thing we will be repeating even for the BI variable. So till this point we have studied in a last lecture. Now let's see actual example of GNF conversion. So let's see. We will be taking initially very simple example. What happened? There is some problem in my Word document. Okay, it's now. Is this visible? Please reply.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the grammar which is consisting of 2 production rules, or it is consisting of 4 production rules. One is S leading to AA or A, another is A leading to SS or B. Then what we will do, we will be applying our first step of GNF conversion. And what is the first step of GNF conversion? First step is grammar simplification. So now is our grammar simplified? Since it is not consisting of epsilon production, it is not consisting of unit production, it is not consisting of useless production, our grammar is already simplified. Yes, grammar is simplified. Then we will apply next step of GNF conversion. What is the next step of GNF conversion? Next step of GNF conversion is renaming all existing variable in the order of its occurrences. So rename variable. So what we will do, we will call this S1, we will replace this starting variable S with A1, and this non-terminal A, we will be replacing it with A2. And again here, there is a non-terminal A, which is already renamed as A2.
Ma'am, now screen is not visible.
Not visible. Okay, just a minute. I will reshare it. Now is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I will repeat it once again. So here is the production rule, S leading to AA or A, and then next production rule is A leading to SS or B. So first step of GNF conversion is grammar simplification. In this particular production rules, there is no epsilon production, no unit production, as well as no useless production. That's why our grammar is already simplified. Then we have to rename all these variables according to its occurrences. S variable, starting variable, is the first variable which is occurring first. So we will be renaming it with variable name A1. Then next variable or a next non-terminal which is occurring in the production rule is A. So we will be renaming it as A2. Now there is no other third non-terminal or variable. So A1 and A2 are sufficient for us. So let's write these production rule once again by replacing or by renaming those variable. So A1 is replaced with, here, sorry, S is replaced with A1. This A is replaced with A2. Again, this in place of this particular A, we need to write variable A2, and in this place of in this S, we will need to write A1. So let's write it. Okay, so these 4 production rules we have mentioned here by renaming. When it is terminal, we don't need to anything. Like here, if we will check that capital A1 leads to small a, this particular production rule is already in the GNF form and we don't need to do anything for that. Similarly, here A2 leads to B, again it is in the GNF form and we don't need to do anything for that. Then we will need to apply step number 3. And what is step number 3? In step number 3, we are checking for each production rule whether I is less than equals to J or not. So let us write the step number 3 here. Step number 3. Every production rule of the form AI leads to AJ alpha with I greater than J must be modified to make I less than equals to J. It means we need to check here whether this I is less than equals to this J. 1 is less than equals to 2. So we don't need to do anything for this particular production rule. But if we will check this next production rule, here value of I is 2. So what I will do, I will copy this production rule as it is, because after step number 3 also it will remain as it is. And we will need to modify this particular production rule. So now here, what is the value of I? I is equals to I is equals to 2, since it is A2, and J is equals to 1. My J key is not working here, so I will copy this J from here. Okay, so I is equals to 2 and J is equals to 1. So I less than equals to J, this condition is not satisfied. Here I is greater than J and we need to remove such condition. So what we will have to do, we will need to replace this non-terminal A1 with the productions of A1. So let's modify it. Now A1 is having two productions. A1, this non-terminal A1 is having two production. One is A2 and another is A. That's why this one production rule will lead into two production rule. So I will write it here twice. This A1 I will write it here twice. Why I am writing it twice? Because A1 is having this productions of A2 I am writing twice. Why? Because A1 is having two production rules. That's why this will lead to two production rule after replacement of this leftmost A1. Once again, we are replacing only the leftmost non-terminal. We are keeping this remaining string as it is. So let's replace it. So I will mark this as a bold and also I will mark this as a bold. And in the next step, let's replace it. So in place of this A1, we will be writing A2, first production rule. And in place of this A1, we will be writing this production rule or this production. So it will be this. So and what about this A2 leads to B? This A2 leads to B will remain as it is. There won't be any changes in this A2 leads to B. It will remain as it is, because this production rule is already in the GNF form. So at the end or after this third step, our final production rules after step 3 are these. Or this I will need to copy. Okay, so this is the case after Okay, this is the final production after step number 3. And the next step or the step 4, we will be applying only on these production rule. So what is the next step? That is a step number 4. Step number 4 is removing left recursion. So we will need to identify moving down. Okay, so remove left recursion. I don't know which key got activated here and why this line is not getting deleted. Yeah. Okay, so let's apply step number 4, that is removing left recursion. Now, once again, we need to check one by one each production rule where exactly is left recursion available or present. So let's check the first production rule, A1 lead to A2, A2. Is there any left recursion? No, there is no left recursion. Why there is no left recursion? Because although non-terminal is present on the left hand side of the production rule, it is not the same non-terminal which is present on the left hand side of the arrow. If this non-terminal and this non-terminal are same, then only we are calling it as left recursion, because this A2 will get repeatedly replaced with the productions of A2 itself, then only it is a left recursion. So now let's check the next production rule. Now again we will face this problem here. No. Now here there exists a production rule. A2 leads to A2, A2, A1. So the same non-terminal is present on the left hand side of the production, or the same non-terminal is the leftmost symbol of the production, as well as same non-terminal is present on the left hand side of the arrow. Here also it is A2 and here also it is A2. That's why this is left recursion, and if it is left recursion, then we will need to definitely remove that. And how to remove that left recursion? First we need to identify which particular part of this string is alpha and which particular part of this string is beta. If we are able to identify which is alpha, which is beta, then it is very easy for us to convert or to remove this left recursion. So if you will observe this particular production, A2 leads to A2, A2, A1, then we can observe that this A2 will always get replaced with A2, A2, A1. Let's see how. We are talking about only with this production rule. We are not talking about remaining production rules like A1 and B, because it is not consisting of recursion. It is nothing but our beta. This is beta 1 and this is beta 2. So let's talk about A2 leads to A2, A2, A1. Now, what is a possibility? Possibility is we can replace this A2 once again with the same production rule, that is A2, A2, A1. So in place of A2, we can once again write A2, A2, A1. Or I will write in the next line. So what is possible? This A2 can be replaced with A2, A2, A1. So I will write here A2, A2, A1. Once again, we can replace this A2 with the same production rule A2, A2, A1. So there is a possibility of replacement. So again, what we are doing, we are replacing this A2 with the same production rule, that is A2, A2, A1. This leftmost A2 is replaced with A2, A2, A1. So always there is a scope for replacing this A2 because there exists the non-terminal A2. But ultimately, what type of string it is generating? It is generating nothing but, if we talk about our alpha and beta, then what it will be? At the end, this A2 can be terminated by using AA1, or it can be terminated by B. So the string which is possible, or the strings which are possible for generating this is sorry. So I will do one thing. Okay, let's rewrite it. A2, A2, A1. This is a string which is possible, but actually this A2, A2, sorry, A2, A1, this structure. Now I will remove bold from this. And if we observe here, this A2, A1, once again here it is A2, A1, once again here it is A2, A1. So this structure is repeating. So what we can do, we can directly write it as A2, A1 to the power n. A2, A1 to the power n. But ultimately we need to replace this A2 either with AA1, or we need to replace with it B. Then what we will have to do? Then, or what can be the, or which strings are possible with this? If we replace this A2, let's rewrite it again. If we will replace this A2 with AA1, then we will be able to get the strings like this. But there is another possibility also, that this A2 can be even replaced with small b. So let's replace this A2 with B. So these two types of strings can be generated at the end by using this production rule. And now we want to write the same production rule in the right recursive way, but still we want that we should be able to generate the same string. So how to do that? So once again, we will need to use a new non-terminal B. So let's see how to write it. A2 leads to which type of strings we want to generate? Either of this type, or we want to generate either of this type of the string. So what can be the production rules here? So here we want to generate AA1. Compulsorily we want to generate AA1. So we will be writing here AA1. A2 leads to AA1, because compulsorily at the end either AA1 or B should be able to be generated, followed with capital B, or we should be writing here it as B2, because as we have already discussed that we will be using the same subscript which is present on the left hand side of the production rule. Now once again, okay, so either strictly this AA1 should be generated, or this B should be also able to be generated. So we will be writing this B as well here. What about after that? After that, once again B2, because we didn't return the production rule to generate the recursive structure. So B2. But once again, there exist a production rules of A2 which are not having any left recursion. So those production rules we will be maintaining as it is. Only we are updating that production rule which is having the left recursion, which was this, and we have written this production rule here. Now still we didn't define production rule for B2. So what should be the production rule for B2? What is the purpose of using this? What is the purpose of using this non-terminal B2? Purpose of using this non-terminal B2 is nothing but generation of the structure A2, A1 to the power n, or we want to generate repeatedly this A2, A1 structure. So how to write that? For that, we will be writing it simply as A2, A1, because we want to generate this production A2, A1. But since we want to generate it repeatedly, we need to write there B2 as well. Now it can be generated once, it can be generated twice, it can be generated n number of times. But if we will use it, the production rule like this, then B2 will never be able to terminate. But we have to terminate the productions of B2, means our production should move to the next non-terminal. In this case, terminated, it doesn't mean that exactly this string of terminal should appear there. String of terminal should be able to be generated by using some sequence of non-terminal as well. Like here, if we write here A to A1, then we can terminate it. So we will be writing here A to A1. So our single production rule A2 leads to A2, A2, A1, that is now consisting of this one production rule as well as these two production rule. One production rule is represented by using two production rules. So our final productions after this step 4 are these. One is this. I will write here. So the final production rule, one is this. Here there was no recursion, so that production rule is passed as it is. But productions of A2 were consisting recursion, so they need to be replaced with 3 production rules. So here, so these are the final productions or production rule after step number 4, that is removal of left recursion. Once this left recursion is removed, then we will be moving to the next step, and next step is we need to check whether the leftmost non-terminal is in GNF or not. So we will check whether, so we will write here check in GNF or not. So each production rule we need to check whether it is in GNF or not. If it is not in GNF, then in step number 5 we are replacing the leftmost non-terminal with its production rule. So the first production rule is this one, A1 lead to A2, A2. Now if we will check this production rule, here A2 is non-terminal, and as per the definition of GNF, if length of production is more than 1, then leftmost symbol should be terminal symbol and all remaining symbols should be non-terminal symbol. So what we will have to do? We will need to replace this leftmost A2 with its production rules. So what are the production rules of A2? Production rules of A2 are these 3. So what I will do, we'll write here this production rule, and now since A2 is having 1, 2, 3, 4 production rules, this A2 is having these 4 production rules. So this one production rule is going to be replaced with the 4 production rule. So let me write like this, and I will simply copy this A2 in all these productions. So here, now if we will check this particular production rule, leftmost symbol is terminal symbol. Again here leftmost symbol is terminal symbol. Here also leftmost symbol is terminal symbol, and here also leftmost symbol is terminal symbol. So now all these productions are in the GNF form. Now let's move to the next production rule, that is this one. A2 leads to now if we will see, observe this production rule. Again, leftmost symbol is terminal, leftmost symbol is terminal, leftmost symbol is terminal. Once again, leftmost symbol is terminal, or in fact, there exists only one terminal symbol. So production rule comes into the second category of production rule. So these production rules are also in the GNF form, and we will move to the next production rule, that is this. So here once again, B2 leads to A2. Leftmost symbol is non-terminal, so production rule is not in the GNF form, and we need to replace this non-terminal A2 with the productions of A2. Once again, A2 is having 4 production rules, so we will be writing here. I am doing this just to make my writing task easy, but you are not supposed to do in the same way. You can apply your own concept of addition. So B2 leads to, there were 4 production rules, okay. And now A2 I am replacing with these productions, but remaining string we need to copy in all these productions. So here it will be A1 B2, here also it will be A1 B2, here also it will be A1 B2, and here also it will be A1 B2. So once again, all production rules we need to check. Leftmost symbol is terminal, leftmost symbol is terminal, leftmost symbol is terminal, leftmost symbol is terminal. So no more replacement is required for this. Now once again I will mark it as bold because this is our final rule which is in the GNF form. And let's check the next production rule of BI productions. Since these productions are starting from the non-terminal BI, that's why these are called as BI production. So once again here, this leftmost A2, it is a non-terminal. So we need to replace A2 with the productions of A2. Once again, I will be doing the same thing. I will be copying all 4 productions of A2 here. So mark it. Let's remove bold from it. So now these are the productions of B2. So B2 leads to A2. All productions of A2s are copied here, and one more symbol we need to copy here is A1. So let's copy it here. A1, 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 A1. Once again, check the leftmost symbol. Leftmost symbol is terminal symbol. Here also small b terminal symbol. Here also small a terminal symbol, and here also small b terminal symbol. And except leftmost symbol, all remaining symbols are non-terminal symbol. So this is our final production rule, which is in the GNF form. So final CFG in GNF. What is final CNF in final CFG in GNF? It is consisting of these production rule plus this production rule plus this production rule. So let's check whether there are any repetition in the productions of B. No, there I can't find any repetition. If there are some repetitions, then you will need to remove those repetitions. Or if you keep it as it is, then also there won't be any problem. So here we can observe that our original grammar, which was consisting of 4 simple production rule, is now converted in a very huge grammar where number of production rules may be more than 15, and as number of productions goes on increasing, this GNF conversion becomes very complicated. But right now, most complicated thing in grammar GNF conversion is removal of left recursion. If that concept of removing left recursion that is clear to you, then there is no problem. Just you don't need to get scared with this number of production rules. So let's see one more example. Now we will take a very common grammar which we have frequently used earlier when we have studied even the concept of ambiguity removal, or even we have studied that grammar when we have studied CNF conversion. Though we didn't complete the complete numerical of CNF conversion, we just discussed some initial steps of CNF conversion. That was a grammar simplification. So this is example 2. So once again, E lead to E plus T, or T leads to T into F, or F leads to opening bracket E and closing bracket. So now once again we have to apply the same steps of GNF conversion. The very first step is grammar simplification. So let's simplify this grammar. So in grammar simplification, we need to remove epsilon production. No epsilon production is there. Then we need to remove unit production. Here capital E leading to capital T, non-terminal leading to a single non-terminal. So unit production, again here capital T leading to F, that is a unit production. And we need to remove unit production. How to remove unit production? Simply replace corresponding non-terminal with its production. So just to make this step or reduce the number of steps in this grammar for unit production removal, what we will do, we will first remove the unit productions of T, and then we will be removing the unit productions of E, because otherwise again we will need to repeat the same thing. Or let's avoid confusion. So first production rule, E lead to E plus T or T. E leads to T. This is our unit production. So we need to remove this unit production. Simply I'm copying this production here. So how to remove that? For that we need to replace this T with productions of T. So there exist 2 productions of T. One is T into F, and another is T leads to this one, T leads to F. So there we will need to add one more production rule here, F. This E plus T, that production rule will remain as it is. There won't be any change because it is not a unit production. But this E leads to T, that production rule we have to modify. We need to replace this T with the productions of T. So one of the productions of T was T into F. That is okay, no problem. But another one is T leads to F, and we will need to replace this F with the productions of F. So once again, what are the productions of F? Productions of F are this. So I will write here. Productions of F are this. F leads to E or A. That's why these both productions will come here in place of replacing F. So after removing unit productions from this, we will get a final production rule where this E leads to T into F, or in bracket E or A. Once again, remember that this opening bracket is one terminal symbol and this closing bracket is another terminal symbol. So this is again our final production rule after grammar simplification. And then once again we will be writing the production rules of T. Here once again T into F, that will come as it is, but this F we will need to replace with the productions of F because it is a non-terminal symbol. And just now we have observed that replacement of F is nothing but this. So we will simply writing here, just a minute, we will be simply writing this in place of F. So once again, this will be our final production rule. And what about F leading to? That just now we have observed that it is already simplified because it is not consisting of any unit production. And then we need to check whether a non-terminal is reachable or not. Here E leads to E plus T, E and T are both reachable. Then there exists T leads to T into F, so even F is reachable. And since F can be terminated with this production rule, F leads to A. Again, T can be terminated with T leads to A. E can be terminated with E leads to A. So all productions are useful production. There doesn't exist any useless production. And then we will be applying the next production rule. Next step of GNF conversion. What is the next step of GNF conversion? In next step of GNF conversion, we need to replace all terminals in the production with a respective or with a new non-terminal, except what? Except this leftmost symbol. Bring every production in the form of A, capital A leading to A alpha, except the leftmost symbol. All remaining symbols should be converted into non-terminal symbols. So once again, E leads to E, T into F. Okay, that we will be copying here. And then production rules of T are here. Okay, and production rules of F are here. Now, so now here this is plus, it is a terminal symbol, so we will need to replace that symbol with a new non-terminal. So rather than using C plus C1 and writing subscript, simply what we will do, simply we will be using series ABC, and A leads to plus will be added here. A leads to plus, and this E is replaced with A. Similarly, we will be adding a new non-terminal for multiplication symbol. So here, let's write B leads to multiplication and replace all star with B. Here also it will get replaced with B. No more star there. Then we have to check the next terminal symbol. So next terminal symbol, this opening bracket, but as per the definition of GNF conversion, leftmost symbol we will be keeping as it is, and we will be converting except the leftmost terminal, all remaining terminal into non-terminal. So for closing bracket only, we will need to introduce one new non-terminal. Let's call that new non-terminal as C for closing bracket. Opening bracket, remember opening bracket we are keeping as it is. Only this closing bracket we are replacing with the new non-terminal C. Okay. So this is our grammar after replacing. We are introducing new production rule for newly introduced non-terminals, which we have used for replacing terminal symbol. Then we will be applying our step number 3. What is step number 3? In the step number 3, see in earlier example there was no step number 2, but here there is a step. There is step number 2. Now we will be applying the next step, that is renaming variable. So step number 3 is renaming variables. We will need to rename all these non-terminal according to its occurrences. So let's start from the first production rule, that is E leads to EAT. So let me copy this subscripted. Okay. So first production rule is E lead to EAT. So we will be replacing this E with A1. Let's copy all production rules here. So wherever there is E, there we will be writing A1. Sorry. Wherever there is E, we will be replacing all capital E with A1. Then okay, this is nothing but the repetition. So let me remove that. Okay. Now once again here there is E, so let's copy it A1. Let's replace that E with A1. Here also there is E. Let's replace it with A1. Here also there is E. Let's replace with A1. So all E's are renamed with A1, sorry. Then next variable which is occurring in the production is this capital A. So let's call this capital A as A2. So let's rename this A as A2. So I am just changing it to A2. And again, once again, the same way, wherever there is A, replace with A2. I can't find there any more A, so I will be keeping, I won't be making any changes. Then next variable which is occurring is T. So I will rename this T with new variable A3, and wherever is T, all those occurrences will be replaced with A3. Again, here it is T. So let's write it as A3. Here also it is T, A3. Then I can't find any more T. Then next variable which is occurring is B. So rename it as A4. Rename it as A4. So wherever there is B, just replace it with A4. Once again, I can't find any more B except here. Here also we need to replace it. Similarly, here also we need to replace, I guess it was
A2.
A2. Okay, thank you. So it is A2, and what was C? Yes, we didn't replace it yet, C. Then once again, this is F, so we will be calling it as A5. all F are replaced with E phi. Here also it is E phi. Then next is variable C. So let's call it as A6. Replace all F with is. I think F we have already replaced. Yes, we have already replaced F and we skipped that replacement. Just a minute. Where we are made mistake?
And C is AC.
C is right. C is A6. So here it is A6 and here also it is A6. So this is our next stage after renaming variable, and then comes the latter stage, that is removal of left recursion.
Ma'am, one
And
more C is there.
one more C is there. Yes, here there is one more C. Thank you. Okay. So this is step number 3. Then after that we will need to apply the next step, that is for every production rule we need to check whether I is less than equals to j or not. If it is not, then we need to replace its non-terminal with its corresponding production rule. And similarly, after that we will need to apply left, or we will need to remove left recursion. And once we have removed left recursion, then we will need to check whether all production rules are in the GNF form or not. So that we call, the name of that step we are calling as modify AI productions and modify VI production. Modify AI production, and then we will need to modify VI production so that the leftmost symbol will be a terminal symbol. So is it possible for you